Welcome, seekers of truth and wisdom. Today we unravel a profound mystery that lies at the core of our existence, the concept of reincarnation. Many of you have felt, deep within your souls, that this life is not your first. Today we'll explore 7 undeniable proofs that confirm this intuition, revealing the vast tapestry of experiences your soul has woven across countless lifetimes. These proofs are not mere theories or wishful thinking. They are based on ancient wisdom, modern research, and the shared experiences of countless individuals who have glimpsed beyond the veil of this current incarnation. As we journey through these revelations, I urge you to open your mind and heart, for the truth we're about to uncover may fundamentally change how you perceive yourself and your place in the universe. Our first proof lies in the phenomenon of déjà vu. We've all experienced those uncanny moments when a place, person, or situation feels intensely familiar, even though we're encountering it for the first time in this life. Mainstream science struggles to explain these occurrences, often attributing them to glitches in memory or perception. But what if these moments are actually echoes of past lives bleeding through into our current consciousness? Consider the last time you experienced déjà vu. Did it feel like a mere trick of the mind, or was there a deeper sense of recognition, as if you were remembering rather than experiencing something new? These moments are like cracks in the wall, separating our current life from our past incarnations, allowing glimpses of our soul's extensive journey.
Click subscribe to this channel to get more profound spiritual lesson.
The second proof is found in our inexplicable fears and phobias. Many people suffer from intense fears that seem to have no rational basis in their current life experiences. A person who's never had a negative encounter with water might have an overwhelming fear of drowning. Another might have a paralyzing fear of heights, despite never having fallen from a high place. These seemingly irrational fears often stem from traumatic experiences in past lives. Your soul carries the memory of these traumas, manifesting as phobias in your current incarnation. This explains why traditional therapy sometimes fails to address these deep-seated fears. It doesn't reach back far enough into your soul's history. Our third proof lies in the realm of inexplicable skills and talents. Have you ever found yourself naturally gifted at a skill you've never formally learned? But perhaps you picked up a musical instrument and found you could play with surprising proficiency, or you discovered an innate understanding of a complex subject without prior study. These unexplained abilities are often skills you've honed over multiple lifetimes. Your soul retains the muscle memory, the intuitive understanding, even if your current brain hasn't been exposed to this knowledge. This is why some children display prodigious talents at young ages. They're not learning these skills for the first time, but remembering and reactivating abilities they've developed over many lives. As we reflect on these first 3 proofs, I want you to pause and think deeply about your own experiences. Have you had moments of déjà vu that felt more significant than a simple mental hiccup? Do you harbor any fears that seem disconnected from your life experiences? Have you discovered talents or abilities that emerged with surprising ease? These are not random occurrences or coincidences. They are breadcrumbs left by your soul, hints of the vast experiences you've accumulated over many lifetimes. As we continue our exploration, we'll uncover even more compelling evidence of your soul's journey. As we venture further into the tapestry of our eternal existence, we encounter our fourth proof, the phenomenon of past life memories. These are not mere flights of fancy or products of an overactive imagination. They are genuine recollections of experiences from previous incarnations, often vivid and detailed enough to be verified by historical records. Many individuals, particularly children, have reported memories of past lives with astounding accuracy. They recall specific details about places they've never visited, people they've never met, and events they couldn't possibly have known about in their current lifetime. These memories often fade as children grow older and become more fully immersed in their present life, but the imprints remain in the depths of their consciousness. Consider the case of James Leininger, a young boy who, from the age of 2, had vivid nightmares of dying in a plane crash. He provided specific details about World War II aircraft and named fellow pilots information that was later verified as accurate. His case, along with many others, has been extensively documented and studied by researchers in the field of reincarnation. These past life memories serve as windows into our soul's journey, offering glimpses of the myriad experiences we've accumulated over countless lifetimes. They remind us that our current identity is but one chapter in a much larger story. Our fifth proof lies in the realm of unexplained physical marks and birthmarks. Many people are born with distinctive birthmarks or physical characteristics that cannot be explained by genetics or prenatal factors. In some cases, these marks correspond to injuries or wounds from a past life. Ian Stevenson, a pioneering researcher in the field of reincarnation, documented numerous cases where children's birthmarks or birth defects corresponded precisely to fatal wounds or injuries in their purported past lives. This physical evidence suggests that the imprints of our past lives are not merely psychological, but can manifest in our physical bodies as well. Take a moment to examine your own body. Do you have any birthmarks or distinctive physical features that have always puzzled you? Could these be imprints from a past life experience, carrying forward the story of your soul's journey? The sixth proof we'll explore is the phenomenon of karmic relationships. We've all encountered people in our lives with whom we feel an instant, inexplicable connection, or conversely, an immediate aversion. These intense reactions often stem from relationships we've had with these souls in past lives. Karmic relationships are not limited to romantic connections. They can be with family members, friends, or even adversaries. The nature of your past interactions with these souls shapes the dynamic of your current relationship. A soul you've loved deeply in many past lives might reappear as a close friend or family member. Conversely, someone you've had conflict with might re-enter your life as a challenging relationship, offering an opportunity for resolution and growth. These karmic connections explain why some relationships feel so familiar from the start, or why we find ourselves repeating patterns with certain individuals. They are opportunities for our souls to continue learning, growing, and resolving unfinished business from past lives. As we contemplate these proofs, we must ask ourselves, how do these insights change our perception of our current relationships? Are we willing to view our connections through the lens of multiple lifetimes, recognizing the deeper purpose behind our interactions? Our journey through these proofs is not merely an intellectual exercise. It's an invitation to expand our understanding of who we are and why we're here. Each proof we uncover is a key, unlocking doors to greater self-awareness and spiritual growth. In our next segment, we'll explore our final proof and delve into the profound implications of recognizing our multi-life existence. How will this knowledge transform your approach to this current life? Are you prepared to embrace the full scope of your eternal journey? As we approach the pinnacle of our exploration, we encounter our seventh and perhaps most profound proof: the presence of old souls. These individuals possess a wisdom and maturity that far surpasses their years in this current life. They exhibit a depth of understanding, a sense of purpose, and a level of compassion that seems to stem from a vast well of experience. Old souls often feel out of place in the world, as if they're carrying knowledge that others haven't yet grasped. They may be drawn to spiritual practices, philosophical pursuits, or humanitarian efforts from a young age. Their eyes often hold a certain knowing look, a depth that speaks of countless lifetimes of joy, sorrow, triumph, and learning. You may recognize these traits in others, or perhaps you've been told that you yourself have an old soul. This sense of spiritual maturity is not something that can be fully developed in a single lifetime. It is the cumulative result of many lives lived, lessons learned, and wisdom gained. Think about the people in your life who embody these qualities. Can you see the weight of many lifetimes in their actions and words? And what about yourself? Have you ever felt that your understanding of the world goes beyond what you've experienced in this life? The presence of old souls among us serves as living proof of reincarnation. Their wisdom and perspective challenge the notion that we are limited to the experiences of a single lifetime. They remind us that we are all on a journey of growth and evolution that spans across many incarnations. As we reflect on these 7 proofs, we must consider their profound implications for how we live our current life. If this is not our first rodeo, so to speak, how does that change our approach to the challenges and opportunities we face? Firstly, it invites us to take a broader perspective on our experiences. The difficulties we face are not random cruelties of fate, but opportunities for growth that our souls have chosen. That job loss, that heartbreak, that illness, these are not punishments, but rather carefully crafted lessons designed to help us evolve. Secondly, it calls us to pay closer attention to our intuitions and inner knowing. The whispers of our soul, the gut feelings we often ignore, may well be the accumulated wisdom of many lifetimes trying to guide us. Are we listening closely enough? Thirdly, it urges us to approach our relationships with greater mindfulness and compassion. The people in our lives are not random encounters, but souls we've likely known before. How might our interactions change if we recognized each person as a fellow traveler on an eternal journey? Moreover, this understanding of multiple lives liberates us from the fear of death. Death is not an end, but a transition. Our physical body may cease, but our soul continues its journey, carrying forward the lessons and growth from each life. This realization can profoundly shift our priorities. If we're not limited to a single lifetime, what truly matters? Does the accumulation of wealth and status hold the same importance? Or do we turn our focus to spiritual growth, to kindness, to leaving a positive imprint on the world and the souls we encounter? As we integrate these truths, we may find ourselves drawn to practices that help us access the wisdom of our past lives. Meditation, past life regression, or working with spiritual guides can all be powerful tools for tapping into this reservoir of knowledge. But perhaps the most important implication is the responsibility it places on us. If we are eternal beings shaping our own destiny through multiple lives, then we bear the ultimate responsibility for our growth and evolution. Each choice we make, each action we take, contributes to the ongoing story of our soul. What story are you writing with your life? How will the choices you make in this incarnation shape your soul's journey? Are you living in a way that honors the vast experiences your soul has accumulated? As we conclude our exploration of these 7 proofs, I invite you to sit with these questions. Allow the implications of your eternal nature to sink in. Feel the weight of many lifetimes within you and the potential of many more to come. In our final segment, we'll explore how to live in alignment with this profound truth and how to use the wisdom of your many lives to create a meaningful and purposeful existence in your current incarnation. As we reach the crescendo of our journey, we stand at the threshold of a profound transformation. The recognition that we are eternal beings, living through multiple incarnations, is not merely an intellectual exercise. It's a call to action, a summons to live with greater purpose, compassion, and wisdom. How do we integrate this cosmic truth into our daily lives? How do we honor the vast journey of our souls while navigating the complexities of our current incarnation? The answer lies in aligning our actions, thoughts, and intentions with the higher purpose of our eternal selves. First, we must cultivate mindfulness. Each moment becomes an opportunity for growth when we approach it with the awareness that we are eternal beings. The irritation you feel in traffic, the joy you experience in nature, the challenges you face at work, all of these are threads in the tapestry of your soul's evolution. By remaining present and conscious in each moment, you can extract the lesson, the growth, the wisdom that your soul seeks. Next, we must practice forgiveness of others and of ourselves. When we recognize that we're all eternal beings on a journey of growth, it becomes easier to release grudges and resentments. The person who wronged you may well be a soul you've known across many lifetimes, playing a role that you both agreed upon before this incarnation. Can you forgive them, recognizing the higher purpose of your interaction? Equally important is self-forgiveness. The mistakes you've made in this life are not failures, but stepping stones on your soul's path. Can you forgive yourself, understanding that each misstep is a necessary part of your eternal journey? We must also embrace our innate talents and interests with renewed vigor. These are not random proclivities, but skills and passions developed over many lifetimes. That inexplicable draw towards music, that natural affinity for healing others, that deep love for nature, these are echoes of your soul's journey. By pursuing these interests, you're not just indulging a hobby, but continuing an eternal process of self-expression and growth. Moreover, we're called to approach our relationships with a deeper sense of purpose. Each significant relationship in your life is an opportunity for soul growth. The challenges you face with your partner, the lessons you learn from your children, the wisdom you gain from your elders, all of these are carefully orchestrated experiences designed for your soul's evolution. How might your interactions change if you approached each relationship as a sacred agreement between eternal beings? Living in alignment with your eternal nature also means taking responsibility for your spiritual growth. Meditation, introspection, and self-reflection become not just beneficial practices, but essential tools for accessing the wisdom of your many lives. Regular communion with your higher self allows you to tap into the vast reservoir of knowledge and experience your soul has accumulated. As eternal beings, we're also called to expand our perspective on time. The goals and aspirations that seem so crucial may shift when viewed through the lens of multiple lifetimes. This doesn't mean abandoning ambition, but rather aligning our ambitions with our soul's higher purpose. What legacy do you want to leave, not just in this lifetime, but across the span of your soul's journey? Perhaps most importantly, recognizing our eternal nature calls us to live with greater compassion and love. When we truly understand that we are all eternal beings on a shared journey, the barriers that separate us begin to dissolve. The stranger on the street, the colleague you disagree with, the family member who challenges you, all are fellow travelers on this cosmic voyage. Can you extend to them the same love and understanding you would offer to a dear friend from many lifetimes? As we integrate these truths, we may find ourselves naturally drawn towards service and contribution. The desire to make a positive impact on the world becomes not just a noble aspiration, but a natural expression of our eternal nature. How can you use the wisdom you've gained across many lives to uplift others and contribute to the collective evolution of humanity? In closing, I invite you to pause and feel the weight of eternity within you. Feel the wisdom of countless lives coursing through your veins. Recognize the immense power you hold as an eternal being choosing to incarnate at this precise moment in history. You are not small. You are not limited. You are an eternal symphony playing out across the vastness of time and space. Every choice you make, every act of kindness, every moment of growth reverberates across your soul's journey. So I ask you, how will you compose the next movement of your eternal symphony? What melody will you add to the cosmic chorus with this precious incarnation? The stage is yours, eternal being. Play on.